Welcome back to another episode of Ways. My name's Mohammed. I'm here with Osama. How are you doing today?
Honestly, I'm gonna drop a beat for you. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I'm pretty
Started
sure
from the
he's doing
bottom.
well, if that's the case. Everyone, welcome back to Ways, the podcast that you know and obviously love. Make sure to follow us at Ways 2.0. New episode every Wednesday. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Anchor, and now we're available actually on Amazon as well. Amazon has a section for podcast as well, and we're finally available on it. So if
On
anyone,
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music, if anyone uses it or knows someone that uses it, feel free to let them know about our podcast, different
Hold on.
episodes, and the type of themes and guests that we have on.
We're actually also on Stitcher as well, I'm pretty sure. So check us out on there. We're at this point we're on different platforms, so you better be watching us. Like we're basically unheard we're basically heard of. So if you're not hearing us, you got a problem. You're definitely living under a rock.
Shout out to Stitcher, obviously not the shoe brand.
That's
I think about,
Stitcher.
no, also there's Stitcher too, or Stitcher's for
What?
clothing. I
Oh, I think it's no,
swear.
no. Stitcher's the one I think that who do tailors the clothes. I think.
Yeah, okay, yeah. 'Cause I'm thinking about, yeah, I'm like, I've
Well,
seen Stitcher before.
you gave him the you gave him the best shout out
Yeah, of course,
ever.
of course.
Go to
That'd be
Stitcher,
dope.
guys.
Yeah.
If you're trying to like get I don't know, look nice. So today's topic is inspired by Squid Game, and let me tell you why. Off over like before we started, me and Muhammad were talking. We're like, yo, just like obviously have a lot of different conversations and whatever. It kind of led to like how I believe social media kind of ruined the element of surprise in a lot of ways. For example, I was saying off camera how well, I'll use WWE for example. Back in the day when WrestleMania were to happen, right? And like you were hoping. Obviously, you always know when WWE happens, WrestleMania. There's got to be surprises. They're gonna bring some old timers back, some like the legends back, or even the current wrestlers who haven't wrestled in a long time. But with social media, what I felt it did is they always will say reports say rumors say it's just like you cannot not see it. It's there. So it's just like the hype of someone actually, and it's sometimes it's kind of hard to hide it. It's hard to hide it because people are gonna. There's always a leak, and I think they do it purposely now, where they have that one leak who gets paid to leak out the source, but he's unheard of, and I think that, in my opinion, it kind of just ruins everything for me.
I understand. Yeah, because back then, like, let's say WrestleMania or something did happen, you wouldn't find out until the next episode of that show, whether it was Raw or SmackDown. So you had to wait until that Monday or Friday. And actually, if you really want to find it earlier, the earliest way of finding out what kind of happened was either in the newspapers or like a news channel, and they kind of spoke about it for 20 seconds. But besides that, you are not going to find out for the next few days unless you talk to your friend that watched it. But no one's going to really do that, right? Because you want to find out on the next episode of that certain segment. As far as now, yeah, everything's instant with social media, right? So if something does happen and The Rock makes like a surprise comeback, it's going to be trending on Twitter. So Twitter is the number one place to find out breaking news. Most of the things that we find out about world events, like cultural events, it's all through Twitter because Twitter just it breaks
Yeah.
everything in the norm of seconds. So I think the question I want to ask you is, what is the worst what is the worst industry for you that social media exposes that you hate? Like, is it the music, or is it the movie industry? Is it the WWE World Wrestling Entertainment? Like,
Yeah.
what thing that you love the most that you hate that
Damn.
social media
That's
always exposes?
that's actually a tough question. There's three things that come to my mind at the moment, and I'm not sure how I would rank them because the first two things that come. You asked that question, sports come to my mind when it comes to trades because trades are because like look for example hypothetical speaking.
I'm no problem with trades with sports. That's no problem.
No, actually maybe not sports, but I think there's I don't know. I would rather. Here's the thing, especially when there's a team, when there's a possible team that's gonna take him, I would rather you just break my heart when the actual trade happens. Like, if I have to hear it before, I'm gonna be cheap.
Yeah,
But the two main things that actually irritate me are movies and shows and music. Because and only certain and only like for music, it's only certain artists like Drake. Do not show me a link to Drake song because I'm gonna kill you. I would rather be in the moment listening to it. But shows, so I'm let you ask that question, is arguably the biggest show that came out this year, and I guess in the past, like now one of the biggest shows ever is Squid Game. And for everybody listening, I was one of the last people from my friends to watch that whole season, to watch that whole. And I remember people were like Muhammad himself, my other friend, were like, remember, like my brother, were like, "Yo, watch it, watch it, watch it," so we could talk about it. And each time I'm with them, they can't talk about it because they're like, "Yo, we're waiting for you to finish it so we could like speak about it like together." So Muhammad was like, "Bro, take one day and a half and just finish it." So I finished it. And I'm glad I did because after I finished it, all the memes, all the leaks started coming out, and all like the potential for season two, what's gonna happen. So I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I'll watch it because I don't want it to be ruined. Because once someone ruins a certain part, it's over. It's like Avengers. Avengers was so hard to hide, and then once if you didn't watch it that same day, you were about to get that movie was about to be ruined for you.
The funny thing is, I watched Squid Game kind of late as well. I watched it like I was kind of like a week late, and I was worried because social media ruins everything. But surprisingly, when it came to Squid Game, the only thing I saw was just the memes. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm kind of lucky." So all I gotta
Yeah.
do is just find a day and just watch the show. I think the question I just asked you for me probably be movies. Like, do not ruin because I love movies, and obviously movies they take so long to make the movie post productions as far as the lighting effects, camera effects, and sounds and all the things that it goes into a movie and the elements. It's such a beautiful experience. So why do you want to ruin that for someone who's been waiting so long? And for me, I'm a movie buff. So like if I hear about a movie that's going to be made with the actors and the cast and who's directing it and it's going to take about 2 to 3 years for it to come out, I'm anticipating those 2 to 3 years until I'm actually able to see it. So when it finally comes out and obviously I'm not able to see it on opening night, I'll usually if a movie comes out on Friday, I'm always gonna see it on Tuesday because obviously Tuesday for us where we live is half priced and yeah, just half price as far as the tickets. And it's nothing worse than going on social media because you're allowed to, because you want to, and just seeing a comment or an opinion or a thread by someone you don't even know giving you a take, an opinion on the movie that they just saw, but in a way that as if they're just trying to ruin it for you as far as that surprise and that effect you've been waiting for, that just that desire to watch that movie. So for me, it's definitely movies. Like the worst I could think of is Endgame. So when
Oh,
Endgame first happened, I knew to avoid social media because I was about to see it. The Endgame got ruined for me on the same day I was about to watch it. So I watched it in the night. The plan was don't go on social media. I went on Twitter just quickly because I wanted to check something. I went like 4 or 5 posts. As soon as I scrolled down, some idiot, bro, in his thread is like, "Oh yeah, like how Iron Man dies." Osama, this is the only time in my life I blocked out that comment so hard in my head. I was telling myself throughout the whole day, Iron Man didn't die. He's still alive. Oh, whatever, whatever. Just like trying to forget it. So when I did watch it, I still had that effect, obviously of being sad like everyone else. But I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, that guy, if I ever catch him, it's on site, bro. So, uh,
you know who ruined it for me was Nick, bro. One of our friends. This guy sends a post on I think some group chat or whatever, and he's like, "Read the comment," and then I read the comment and it said, "Iron Man dies." Now I get cheese because this is the biggest movie in 2019. And though I saw it on my phone, don't make fun of me. Go bun yourselves. I was too cheap to spend in the theaters at that time. Like with them at the go, and I'm and you know, like, it's like you're trying to tell yourself he doesn't die. Like, you're trying to tell like, man, someone's trolling. What if he's trolling? Like, nah, like he just wants you to say that so you won't watch it. He probably doesn't die. I still, and the thing is, what he thought got me. I didn't expect him to die like as soon as they're about to save the world and whatever, and then obviously like Spider Man comes to him and says no, no, like whatever, and obviously the transition from him being the guy to now Spider Man being the leader of the Avengers and whatever it might be. But I think with social media, obviously it has its powers, right? And with one thing with Squid Game is I needed to see that, so I can now see it now for season two when it comes out. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but now in my we have had conversations about yo, what do you think is going to happen to Squid Game? And I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. So the director finally confirmed the news like 2 or 3 days ago that they are working on a season two, and he's gonna be in the process of trying to develop a new script. For me, Osama, with such a show, a monumental show, to have that same effect of just awe, surprises, that layered, like so much different layers of storylines and how intricate it is, and just the amount of detail is just so beautiful and elegant. For me, to have that same experience is going to require a lot of time, a lot of thinking to make sure you get that same effect the right way.
One
So,
hundred percent.
if you want like Squid Game season two to be as fire as season one, let the owner, let the creator sit down with it for 2 to 3 years, just the ideas itself. And then once he has the ideas, then you just create the show as quick as possible. Because to really like map out how to go from season one, which you spent 15 years on or more, to going to season two, only spending a year or so on, you will see the quality diminish. Even though if it might be great, it won't be up to par because obviously he had so much time spent on the first one. So for me, I'd really want him just to spend 1 year just contemplating about different ideas pertaining to the storyline.
You know, it's funny because I was watching. I was kind of just reading about potential. Like, like this is what I expect happens. I expect certain people are going to come back. Certain characters in the show are going to come back. Because I sure there's no way that they could have died because either you didn't see them die or you just heard the gunshot, right? But there's one thing that surprised. I was hearing one person talk about it. He was that big. You know that annoying girl. You know, like it was the last the bridge scene when that annoying girl held that guy from the back, her ex boyfriend or whatever. Forget his name. Apparently, there was one rumor he was like, "Yo, they don't think he died because she was on the bottom and he was on top of her." So they were like, "Yo, if you think about it, he landed on her, so he could have technically survived the fall." So in my head, I'm like, put all the possibilities you think. I kind of do agree. I kind of do think he could be up. Put all the possibilities. Sorry, of who you think survived and how the game can go. Dude, I'm telling you, like there's obviously different realms. There's obviously different storylines. Similar with Avengers, how each character has their own storyline. They can also branch off, and you see different points of view from their own life.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely a tough thing because if a show makes $900 million, pretty much becoming the first $1 billion show, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of
One
pressure,
hundred percent.
especially the fact that you didn't expect it to be that big or as big. You have to literally replicate it in some sort of way because if you don't, that director, his name, his credibility, he might not ever get the opportunity to do something again because you ruined the biggest follow up of the biggest show of all time as far as the numbers streaming is concerned. So it's a lot of
Well,
pressure, even on the actors too. Can you imagine being on the show as an actor in that season two, knowing that hey, like if I mess up, I'm gonna get like ostracized by the whole world. I might not get another role from a new actor and stuff. Because most of those people we've never seen their faces, obviously in like the Western side, right? So, and through that, everyone from the first season, if they want to, if they know how to speak English and all that stuff, they could get some roles on like a TV show, a movies, whatever, like whatever you name it, right? They're able to cross over. But if you're on season
mhm.
two and you bomb, that crossover opportunity, not only is that never gonna happen, even in your respective country of South Korea, you might not even get roles that you're used to already before season two of Squid Games.
Well, a lot of the actors that were or actresses that were on that show weren't even actors before. I remember one of the actresses was like before she was on Squid Game, and after the show aired, she only had 222 followers, I believe, and now she has over like she has millions. But to go back to what you just said so eloquently, I think is a show like that magnitude, a show like that brought so much impact and basically got the whole world watching. No show ever did that to where, bro, they that much revenue that they made. And I think the beautiful part of this show is like as you said, maybe take a year and a half or 2 years and think of all the possibilities that she could do. Because here's the thing, social media right now is talking about the possibilities, right? But there's probably certain stuff that we missed that they wanted you to get that you didn't get. And maybe there's like certain key messages that you have to be paying attention to. That who knows if no one did and they knew you weren't gonna be paying attention to that. And with that show, because for example, like you can take a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is one of my favorite shows, but that's easy to branch off of because their impact is like, okay, so they made it one good season, it got better, it got better. At one point, it kind of got mediocre, and then it stayed like that. It stayed on a plateau. But for a show like Squid Game, when you know social media is going to continue to get stronger, it's going to continue to like raise your voices, and people were vocal about the show. Some people, obviously, the few people who did not watch it, I thought I was gonna be one of those people who didn't watch it. I'm like, I remember I told Muhammad, I was like, in a world full of trends, I want to remain a classic. He's like, bro, just watch a stupid show. You can watch a show, and I ended up watching. I'm glad I did because there's so much relation to like real world stuff and like how this stuff definitely happens elsewhere, and obviously you could tell if you go in real world life and how things happen. So you definitely connected with the characters and like their life stories and stuff like that. But I
Now,
do think, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, you were saying about like how you hate leaks. Um, can you imagine the idea that someone decided, like, let's say they announced Squid Game is coming out March 2025, and we're in the year 2024, around like November, and someone decided that you go on online social media, breaking news, the storyline for season 2 of Squid Games just got announced. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
I'm fighting someone.
That's gonna break the internet. And even if you don't go on social media, you're gonna find out about it. If someone decided to break the storyline, the narrative, like the arc for season 2 of the Squid Game, like people are just gonna make the memes and attach faces and all these different things just to ruin it for everyone else. So in a sense like that, let's say like 5 months before the show came out, are the creators and the studio and the company behind it, are they able to save the show if it got leaked like that as far as the storyline itself?
Say that question one more time.
If season 2 of Squid Games, as far as the storyline, we didn't see any like visuals, we didn't see the trailers,
Yeah.
we didn't see anything. But if the story got leaked 5 months before it came out, is there any way to still like build up the hype or contain that amount of hype that you would have had it not get got leaked? Because I'm pretty sure if it gets leaked, it's gonna
Yeah.
be like the biggest thing on earth, right? So
I think you'd have to follow like at this point, you'd have to follow Avengers is a formula where they have fake scripts, they get their actors and you don't know what the other person is gonna say, what the other person is doing. You only know what you're saying, so everything else is blanked out. Which I think if they're not doing, they should be because here's the thing. We've had conversations. One of the episodes we said, yo, we don't think Ali died because we never saw him, right? Those two girls, I actually don't think he died. The girl in the end, I don't think she died because they don't you don't see her putting her into the coffin. The other girl who got shot playing Pebbles, I don't think she died either. I think they're both still alive somehow.
you think they're still alive?
I think the girl who got stabbed is. I don't think she's. I think
She's
she's
dead,
actually not.
bro.
No, she's not. I think she's still alive.
How are you still alive after getting slit across your whole
Listen, bro.
neck? She's not a
But this,
superhero.
bro, listen. Chinese man. I mean, like these Asians have medicine, bro, that can cure you.
South
So who knows?
Koreans. South
South
Koreans.
Corians, Chinese people, North Koreans, Asians in general
Facts.
have medicine that can cure you, bro. But anyways, honestly, here's the thing: the beautiful part of Squid Game is you just ask how can the producers directors like still hype you up if it got leaked, all the information was true, correct?
Yeah.
So with all the possibilities that we are thinking about right now, right, which some could be true, some could be false, some could be for a different season, God knows, but they have to find a for like whatever Avengers did, because a lot they have Avengers had bare leaks, mind you. He's got to do the same thing. You still got to find a way to promote that. And I think true loyal fans are still gonna watch it because I can tell you, yo, this is gonna happen, but I don't give you that impact. So you're not gonna get the impact by you not watching. Even when I found out Iron Man was gonna die, it hit me way more when he actually did die. I'm like, damn. So now it's like, where does the organization go from here? But I honestly think to avoid that, get fake scripts. So if I was in the show and you're in the show, I should not be knowing your line. You should not be knowing my line. This way, when the show comes out, even the actors are surprised. of how it actually came out.
Yeah, I noticed that Marvel, especially with Endgame and Infinity War too, they put out like a memo to everyone saying like, "Hey, what's about to happen? Do not ruin it for others. Keep it to yourself." Obviously, people would still like talk about it, but most of the time, people respected it, right? So they actually do a good job at doing that, and people kind of respect because Marvel is Marvel, right? And even when I think about the new Spider-Man coming out, what is it, December?
Yeah, far away from home.
Yeah, and no one knows is the two other Spider-Mans, like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, are they in the movie?
Do
And
you
they're
think they're in
also,
the movie?
I think so, even though they're denying it, like they're really going hard to deny it. But when I saw that trailer and I saw Dr. Ock and the possibility of the Green Goblin too, if it's a multiverse, bro, like they have to be inside it. But
I
regardless,
think they're in
though,
it
the fact that they're denying it, obviously, like you don't want to ruin the surprise. And Marvel will probably tell people, hey, like when this movie comes out, do not ruin it at all because we put so much into it as far as the budget and the money and stuff. And that's the thing, like with this Spider Man, you have to see it on opening night. If you do not see it on opening night, the whole world is gonna let you know whether they're in the movie or not. And even if you like you said about the Iron Man dying, I think this one's gonna hit worse because this is like the biggest surprise in
yeah,
superhero history. So
because
yeah,
for people who are born in our generation, Tobey Maguire is our childhood, bro. Who's our Spider Man,
yeah, it's our Spider Man. Yeah,
and Andrew Garfield was like the new generation, and obviously
yeah,
Toby and what's his face, Tom
Tom
Holland is like
Holland.
the new elevated Spider Man that's gonna
Yeah, yeah.
continue that brand forward, right? But I actually do think they are in it. Here's why. I think they were. He was asking. Someone was asking Tom Holland a question about the movie, and he was like, no, no, you could like when you deny it that hard, you're definitely in it in somewhat form. Because man, who was that villain's name?
Which
I'm
one?
going blank. The one with the silver arms and whatever.
Doctor Ock.
Doc Doctor Ock. As you said, it popped on my head. Doctor Ock. He doesn't know Tom Holland. He just knows Toby. So in my head, when Spider Man goes to Doctor Strange and says, "Yo, can you erase everything?" You know, there's a theory that says that Doctor Strange is actually Mysterio trying to mess with Spider Man's life and whatever. That's why you see in the stories how in the trailer how he goes into the school, everyone is booing him. Everyone, the only one that's with him is obviously Zendaya and his friends. That's one movie where I probably have to see it in the theaters for real. Mo, you're inviting me. Letting you know from right now. And if you don't, it's friendship's over. No, I'm just joking. But I think
I
that's
heard
one
about that. I heard
about
about
the
that
theory.
conspiracy. Yeah, about that theory. And it's yeah, it's literally like you just gotta see it opening day, man. This because for me, I think for me personally, like I'm not. It's gonna hit. It's gonna annoy me so much. If social media tells me that they're actually in the movie and I have to wait 3 days, because I was telling everyone I'm like, if a movie comes out on Friday, I'm gonna wait until Tuesday to see it because obviously like it's just cheaper.
Yeah.
But with this, the surprise. This is the biggest surprise. It's bigger than Iron Man dying. This is a
Let
bigger
me
surprise. So I gotta
let me
watch on
ask you a
opening night.
question. Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. Name five movies in the past, let's say 10 years. Five movies that you had to see on the day of, otherwise it would have got ruined for you.
In the last 5 years, so since
Yeah, name.
2016.
Yeah, so let's say like last 5 years, last 10 years. Let's go back to 5 years because 5 years that's when social media was like booming. So last 5 years, name five movies that if you did not see it the day of, the movie would have been done for you.
Obviously, Infinity War and Endgame. So I don't know if we're counting that as two or one.
That's two because those are two different movies. So Infinity War and Endgame, I'll give you those two.
Civil War, it wasn't really ruined, but that scene, everyone, yeah. When Civil War came out, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Spider Man's actually in the movie." I
Oh,
remember
Civil War,
hearing,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember hearing that before I saw the movie because we didn't
I
know, right?
actually
It was
did.
like a rumor. So
I
like
didn't know that he was in the movie.
when it came out, people were like, "Yo, Spider Man's actually in the movie." Like, what the hell's a new Spider Man? That was a reintroduction of the new Spider Man, right? So
Tom Holland,
Tom
yeah.
Holland. So that was big. That was easily top three. Marvel man. Two spots left. Clearly, none of the DC movies. Uh, hmm. Two left. Two left. Two left. Besides, that's not really like it's not like comedies or like drama movies and all that stuff that's gonna have like that same effect.
See,
Um,
I would put which Fast and Furious was it that you have? I'll tell you which one it was. Fast Furious 7. I remember there was a rumor that Vin Diesel, and me and my
I remember
brothers,
that. I remember that. I didn't
me,
believe
my
that.
brother, me and my brother actually believed it, right?
Oh my
Yo,
god.
well,
How do you
check
believe
us
that?
out. Yo, check us out. Throughout the whole movie, Fast Furious 7, I think it was when he we think he turns against his people, his
Yeah, yeah,
boys,
yeah.
but he's just playing the part so he can get what he needs. Fast Furious 7 came out when? 2016?
I don't know.
2015?
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago. But basically, I was in the movie and I'm like, he's going to die here. He's going to die here. He's going to die here. Just to figure out he's not going to die. And then our friend Omar comes in. He's like, bro, how did you guys really think he was going to die? And me and Sarah were like, bro, that's like, that's all what social media was talking about. But that was the first, I guess, transition. That was the first, I guess, explanation to me that social media will troll you into thinking something is right. So go back to what you asked earlier about Squid Game and someone would leak the thing. You never know. There's a lot of people who have a great influence on you and they can manipulate you. So I think with social media, as you said, it's better to tell yourself it's not true, convince yourself like, nah, man, like they don't even know who it is. Like they haven't seen the movie. And by the time March comes in, I guarantee that thought is out of your mind and you're just gonna watch with the biggest smile on your face and enjoy the show. But I'll say one thing. You have to work 4 times as hard as a show like that to get to gravitate. Because if one episode does bad,
Yeah, because there's going to be, like, literally, they're spending over millions of dollars on one episode, right? As far as the production, the value, and the budget. And for season 2, it's going to be even bigger. So, yeah, it's definitely something you cannot mess up on. I remember how angry people were with, I don't watch Games of Thrones, but I remember it was like either the last season or the season before. A lot of people were angry with the episodes and the storylines. Like, maybe it was the ending, right? So certain shows, even though the budget is so big, hey man, like if you go in the wrong direction, you will hear from the audience. So it varies. It definitely varies. Top 5 like ruin moments, leaks. I don't watch.
I think a lot of them. I think a lot of them, like the Avengers, the event. It's funny because there were some leaks for the Avengers. There were some leaks. I was going back and like watching compilations of the actors, and what's that actor's name again? That plays Hulk.
Ice Cube.
No, it's not Ice Cube. How would Ice Cube be the funniest character if he played Hulk? Just imagine that.
The funniest.
Anyways, I forget the actor's name, bro. It's legit. It's
which one? Which?
Bro,
I was talking about Jeremy Renner.
No.
Arrow.
Not Hot Guy, bro. The guy that plays Hulk. What's his name? His actual name.
Oh, Hulk. You're talking about man, I know his name too.
I know his name in the show is Bruce.
No, I know his name too. He's in he's in a lot of movies, classic movies too.
Anyways,
I don't know if his first name is Michael. No, it's not Michael.
I gotta search it up. This is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. I know his name too. The disrespect. I feel so bad.
This is stupid. Whatever. Anyways, I can't search up my phone because I'm using my data. But it's gonna come to me. He was sitting with Don Cheadle, right? And
Mark Ruffalo, come on, man! Shout out to Mark Ruffalo.
Yes, there you go. Shout out to Mark Ruffalo, bro.
Everyone knows Mark Ruffalo, but they don't know his name.
Dude, it just slipped out of my mind.
He's like the one guy. You're like, what's his name? It's like, yeah, him. It's something. Michael, Jackson, Johnson.
I feel so bad. Shout out to Mark Ruffalo. What an amazing job with Hulk. I feel like they couldn't have picked anybody better to do it.
Ice Cube.
But listen, if Ice Cube, if Ice Cube. Actually, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna change. I'm gonna ask a different question. I'm gonna give you 5 superheroes, and you have to pick 5 rappers to play those superheroes.
That is a funny question. No, that's an interesting question.
Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and Spider-Man.
Okay, so let's start with what's the first one? Iron Man.
So we'll go Iron Man first. Which rapper would you want to play Iron Man?
Good strap with Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Hmm. I don't, what's the next one? What's the next superhero?
Uh, Captain America.
Captain America.
Captain
Hmm.
America seems like you have to get Eminem to play him.
No, I don't want Eminem to play Captain America.
And you get someone funny like Lil Wayne.
I do not want Lil
Yeah.
Wayne to play Captain America. He's not the most decisive person on earth. Uh, Captain America. You need someone like that's analytical. Funny thing
So
is,
yeah, you have
Drake's Canadian, so it doesn't really work. Uh,
no, it doesn't.
actually, you know what? For Spider Man, give me Kendrick.
So Spider Man, we have Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah. For the Hulk, give me Buster Rhymes.
Buster Rhymes. Jeez.
Yeah. And so we have who left? We have
So you
Captain
have Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. No, Thor, Captain America,
Thor. For Thor, we can
and
use
Iron Man because you have already Hulk. Yeah.
bro. For
What?
Thor, Stormzy.
Okay, Stormzy.
I don't even listen to his music, but he just looks like a guy like just he's got to be in a
Neither do
superhero
I.
movie. But he
I
just
don't know about this
it's
music either.
but Stormzy just looks like a villain, bro. No offense, bro. Just obviously he raps about crime, so hey, I got family in England. Let me just clear this all up. What I mean is, Stormzy could play a character in a movie. Doesn't matter if it's a TV show or a superhero movie. So more money for him, bro. So he can play Thor. I can see him, and that's actually a good character
Don't kill
too.
me. You
Uh,
have two more left, buddy. Captain America and Iron Man.
Captain America and Iron Man.
This is a fun question.
Captain America and Iron Man. Oh
So
man.
there, yeah, you have to pick some people with big egos.
Oh man. Captain America and Iron Man. Okay. For Captain America, I want it to be Takeoff.
Captain America's takeoff. Okay.
I just piss everyone off in the theaters first. Like, what the heck? The person who has to make the decisions is literally doing like a triplet flow. That'd be so funny.
Mama.
It's like just that would be so funny. It's like Captain America, which direction? It's like what the heck?
Oh no.
Now Iron Man, the bro, Iron Man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who is that?
Young Thug, the ski.
Young Thug. So you have Young Thug, Takeoff, Stormzy, Busta Rhymes, and Kendrick Lamar.
Actually, I don't want Young Thug to be Captain. I mean Iron Man. I swear flowers that come out of his thing if he like.
Wow. So Young Thug is out.
It's either. Hmm. So many rappers I'm missing out, but I don't know. It's just actually I think 21
You think
Savage.
21 Savage. That's a 20 funny mix. Funny mix. 21, 21. You know what's funny is like in the end, he's like, I am
Yeah,
inevitable. He's like, I am 21.
I don't even think he just say 21. Like literally, that's it.
That'd be funny. But honestly speaking, um,
He could be
it's
talking so
kind of
much crap inside his mask. It'd be so funny to watch.
oh, bro.
Just like
Honestly,
a zoom in of 21
maybe
just talking crap about what he's gonna
maybe
do to his
these rappers.
opponent.
Yeah, we just gave them an idea, bro. That's $1 million idea. Like these rappers, like imitating to be and using their own personas, obviously, like not the superhero persona, but their personas, and make it into their own and come to life. That'd be amazing. But I want to ask you one last question before we end it off.
Yeah.
Where, what storyline in Squid Game are you more excited to see from your prediction?
Uh, the main character, what he's gonna do. I know there's obviously other elements as far as like different story arcs, but the main character, what he's gonna do, because the last thing that we saw was him getting on the airplane to go see his daughter. And this man's like, screw my daughter. I'm just gonna go back and try to stop this
What's some more money?
regime. And the guy is like, "Yo, I literally see you on the plane, fam. Like, I literally, I gave you your money. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. Like, I'm watching you." It's
You
like
know what?
literally
Just
in 1984 on the highest of levels. So, I want to see what he's gonna do. How he's gonna be able
you
to take
know,
him down.
yeah. For me, I something that clicked in my mind. I think the police are in on this are in on the games. Think
Hmm.
about it. Go back to when he went to and started saying they were laughing, and then the only serious guy was the police's brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think the police, and when he called them, was like, "Yo, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here." Send the photos, and they were, and like he was like, "What?" I honestly think the police could be part of the whole process. Like they actually know what's happening. Because why wasn't his brother the leader of the minions? I'm gonna call them. Why wasn't he scared? I honestly think the police is part of it now. The police is definitely part of it, and the police is corrupt. I don't
That's
know. That could be
possible,
a theory.
obviously, because yeah, you never know. Because it's kind of weird how like only one person. But the thing is, the main character was the first person to report it. Besides that, never heard anyone else report that incident before, right? So
No,
that's the thing. So we don't know.
man, I'm excited to see this.
Because you die, you don't come back. Most of the time, you die.
The thing
That,
is,
that
bro, with movies,
oh, so, but actually, to answer your question, that's the reason why the police doesn't know. Because most of the time, people die in the Squid Games. It was like the first time that we knew that everyone decided to come back instead of continuing on the first time. So that's the only reason why he was able
hmm
to make that police report, right? So
yeah. Honestly speaking, like, excuse me,
it's very layered.
I
The show's
think
amazing.
I think there's so many ways. Like, obviously, you have to go back and sit down and like think of different possibilities. But when it comes to shows and movies, bro, like, dude, we thought, what movie was it where we thought someone died and man came back?
Shit at Compton.
Oh no, what's that character from Fast and Furious, bro? We all thought he was dead. Man, they bring him back in Fast Nine. We're like, yo, you're not dead. Who is it, bro? What's his name?
It's not Paul Walker.
No, bro,
I
it's the Asian guy. What's his name again?
Oh, Han.
Han.
That
Bro, everybody thought
was
everybody thought Han was dead.
okay. To answer your question, that wasn't even like you know how we talked about top five leaks and all that stuff. That was just annoying because they literally expanded that for three movies. This man was like dead. They talked about him. Then he came back, but it was like in the timeline before, and then like he reappeared in the continuum. It's like, bro, what the hell? Is he alive or not? Like they just kept jumping between timelines.
Yo,
So that was even
man
like
got
a
up.
ruined. That was annoying,
Man got up. He was talking like so nonchalantly. Yeah. What's up, guys? And we're like,
bro. I still like, and even the reason as to why he's still alive was just like, bruh. If they just said that in like the first time he appeared in the movie, cool, it would have been amazing. But the fact that like he was in like 3 to 4 movies and it just wasn't even like explained whether he was alive or not or what was up with
yeah.
his status as far as his certificate. Does he have a SIN number at this point? But it was just
Well,
it was just annoying.
I'm hyped up for a Squid Game. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, I do want to end off by saying, technically, we were supposed to have a guest today. Her name was Hajad. She was a TikToker, so I just want. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it today because she let us know that she's running down with the cold. So I hope you're feeling well. Hopefully, we're able to get her back on properly and talk about her amazing TikTok videos and stuff like that. And yeah, so
Hope you're feeling well. We can't wait to have you on the show. And just make sure to take care of yourself and everyone else. Just be safe outside. Obviously, it's the season, flu season, and cases
cases
gonna
are
go
going
up.
up.
Yeah, so just make sure you're
They're,
safe. You're
hold
out
on,
there.
let me see. Let me see how much cases are today, because cases have been skyrocketing, bro. Oh my god, bro, we're doomed. Yo, you know how much cases are right now today?
How much?
Almost 700.
It's all good, man.
So honestly, listen, I'll say one thing. And this is gonna piss a lot of people off. If we do go on a lockdown, which at this point I do not care, let it be when it's cold. Because it gives me less of a reason to go outside.
Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. Obviously, I hope there's no lockdown. But if it does happen, it's been 2 years. Everyone knows how to operate in a lockdown. So
I
if
honestly
people
don't
are
care,
just
man. Yeah.
if people are out of line at this point, it is what it is, man. Like, but yeah, when it's a lockdown, you know how to act in the lockdown. You know what to do in the lockdown. You know how to move around the lockdown. The question is like, with everyone being fully vaccinated, I don't know if you saw. I think it was. This is the one thing about doing media. Like, on your you got to be on your tippy toes when it comes to citing sources.
Aw, that's
Uh,
cute.
but obviously we're not like a news channel. But still, regardless, yesterday night I saw an article before I went to sleep, so that's why it's kind of blurry. I don't know if it's Austria, Australia, or one of those countries. They went into a lockdown, but only for those who are unvaccinated or are supposed to be on lockdown. Everyone else fully vaccinated is allowed to actually continue life as normal. And the question
That's gonna
is that
cause it.
and the question is, but the thing is, it works in that country because those people are not like they're
It's
not
not
going to
gonna
turn
work
up.
here.
It's not going to turn up like the states, right? So the question
It's not
is that
gonna
a
work here, bro.
human rights issue? Is that whatever and all that stuff? But we don't know. We'll see.
First of all, I guess we'll see, but yeah, that's a whole different conversation. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching us. This is episode 85. We have possibly six if we're able to get Hajar back. If not, 5 episodes left until the end of the year. Be ready. Bigger guests are coming. More fire episodes. Squid Game. Feature me in your movie, bro. Trust me, you'll love it. I'll be the new Ali. I'll learn Korean. Just putting it out there.
But yeah, definitely make sure to enjoy yourself. Have a good week, whatever you got to do. Yeah, let's keep the world
Before I
going.
let before I let you go, it's off topic. You were telling me your uncle you were speaking to your uncle. You wanted to tell me something.
Oh, I was confused. I'm like, are we still recording?
No.
No,
It's
no,
like
no, 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 no.
off topic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I just spoke to him yesterday. I told him how it's going slow, obviously, because people don't trust the thing and everything. He's like, yeah, I understand, and he's just thanking us and praying for us. So he's like, okay, what I'll do is because people are just calling, and he's like, okay, like I told him like, give us like one more week. We'll try to do another push, see if we can reach like 1,000, hopefully. And he's like, okay, no problem. He's expecting some money to come in. So the money that he comes in, whatever we raise, the amount remaining, he'll use that to put up the money for the well, because he doesn't want to go through our Ghanaian organization because they're already like using funds for all different things. So to
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
ask money for that, it's gonna be like a lot and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
obviously he's like,
So I
okay, no
guess we got to
problem.
find a different way.
So I was like, yeah, give us another week. Let's see if we can raise more money. Let's see if we can double it again. Hopefully, inshallah, raise to 1,000. Let's see. And he's like, no problem. The amount remaining that he's expecting, he let me know by Monday whether he's getting the money or not, and then he used that to fund it. Like, he was just thanking us at the same time. And I told him
I
that
bet.
he should make his son should record him, so he does like a 40-second to 1 minute video just thanking everyone. Obviously, he's like, okay, we'll do that once like the well's made and everything. I'll make sure to do that. So I'm like, no problem.
I bet. I guess we'll have to find a different way then,
Yeah, we'll see.
because yeah, we've obviously had a lot of bigger accounts share it, but
But
some people who
yeah.
said some
One
people
thing
who
he
said
said, one thing he said is like, Allah's the best of providers, and obviously that's part of the name, like Razak, right? So it's a reason why
yeah,
this is happening. You guys have made wells before, so they come quick, and people didn't know about it. But once again, you guys went public, even though more eyes are seeing, the money might be less. But at the end of the day, it's not less in the eyes of God and the angels and everyone else. So
no, it's
it's
double,
not
it's triple.
exactly. So it's not. It's not. He's pretty much saying like, don't feel bad or feel as if you have to like kill yourself to raise this money,
Yeah,
because you don't know what you're
yeah.
doing in the eyes of God, and plus you guys have so much different things. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. That's true.
Inshallah, we got it. Inshallah, we got it.
Inshallah.
Anyways, bro, my guy, if I could see you today, I could see you. If not, man, seems like you have to do errands.
Yeah, if you want to come through, all means, bro, come through.
Nice. I have to do my own errand, but if you're down to chill later tonight, let me know.
No worries, I'll let you know. Well, if anything, I'm good for
Easy, bro.
tomorrow.
Yeah, and tomorrow, inshallah, like evening time, I'm down to link.
Yeah, inshallah.
Easy, broski.
All right, peace.
Peace out.